This episode of Everly Heights Tales is brought to you by Envato Elements. If you're a creative like me, you don't necessarily have the time or the talent to create everything you need. With Envato Elements, you can download unlimited creative assets all in one place. Where do you think I got a lot of the sound effects in this episode? Sign up for a low-cost annual plan today at everlyheights.tv/Envato. That's ENVATO. They say every story has some guy in the shadows pulling the strings. That guy is usually me. But, despite what you came here for, we're not talking about Everly Heights. Yet. First, a brief sidestep to Dimension 86, the Land of Fee-Nee, and the fortress of Nosloo the Great.
Cool it, Haboticus. We're bros.
You're like Father Nosloo, weak! Together, we can rule Fee-Nee! Betray your people! Stand with me!
My people are my strength.
Oh, they will be your downfall!
Remember that time you joined the soccer team and kicked a home goal?
Nosloo, you know I've never liked sports.
You've never been good at them, that's your issue with it.
Well, some of us have other talents that we prefer to indulge in.
Name 4.
Magic, being evil, and, well, more magic and more being evil. I have a couple disciplines I practice.
I heard your brother was visiting.
Quick, give me the omedahedron.
What to do again? You got so many thingies, it's hard to keep track.
It opens a portal to a land without magic, where my brother will be powerless. Keep it open until I get back, then shut the thingy off.
How do I shut the thingy off?
You kind of whack it a couple of times. Whatever you do, don't let it go through the portal. If the thingy goes to the land without magic, it can't magic me back to you. It's called an inciting incident. Whatever happens, know that I'll always come back to you.
You better, you bastard.
This ends tonight, Nosloo.
Spirits of air, masters of light, aid Nosloo the Great in his perilous fight. Before my brother does something more tragic, open a portal to a land without magic.
What's the ugly thing in the sky?
Hey, you ain't so pretty yourself.
That's me there, whistling as I walk down the street wearing sunglasses on a cloudy day. It's one of many things about me that will give you an odd first impression. I'm used to it though. My neighbors think I'm Jim Colvin, the tax man working for the IRS who gets intense about standard deductions. They aren't entirely wrong. I do get intense. In fact, I love rules and regulations. But when you work for the Weirdy task force, the rules are either really vague or really specific. Rule 1, never let anybody see you activate the secret entrance under Leroy's Pub. But since you can't see me, we're gonna call that okay. Leroy's Pub is a nice place for a pint. But the real business happens under the sidewalk. You'll probably call it a shadowy government agency or the deep state. I call it a full-time job keeping the impossible from becoming the evening news. Now, as I descended the stairs, I could hear my least favorite prisoner shouting from his holding cell. This guy was an evil version of me that swapped places with me while I was on a mission in his dimension. He knocked me out and came back with the team. I'm still kind of sore about it. Unfortunately, the mission we were on ended with the tragic termination of his reality. Long story. Anyway, we're stuck with him in the holding cell.
Bite me, puke bucket.
Nice to see you too, Evil Jim.
Who says I'm the evil one? You're the one who's been holding me prisoner for, what is it, a year now?
Who says you're evil? The 6 billion people who used to live on your Earth.
They had it coming. Especially that tree-hugging cheater Ramona.
My Ramona's nothing like that.
That's what I thought before the honeymoon. How'd that go for you, by the way, Jimmy boy? Trust me, you can't trust her.
Go back to your scheming, Evil Jim.
It's just Jim. Do I call you asshole, Jim? Come on.
Nobody tells you this about evil twins, but they always know exactly which scab they need to pick to get under your skin. Of course, he had to bring that trip up. Shake it off, Jimmy boy. You've got work to do. Welcome to Weirdy Headquarters, which stands for Weaken and Eradicate Interdimensional Enemies. It's spelled W.E.I.R.D.E. Some of us call it Weirdy, some of us call it Weird. But since we're a top-secret governmental organization tasked with policing multiversal incursions, you probably shouldn't be calling us anything. We're the invisible thread protecting what's left of society from threats foreign and multiversal. Speaking of threats from another dimension, when I arrived, my teammates, Bucky Sutton and Susie Rogers, were busy interrogating an intelligent plant. Likely a ficus? We get some odd characters down here.
Talk, you carbon dioxide sucking parasite.
If you don't tell us where you planted your seed, I'm busting out the weed killer.
Fine. You'll find them spaced out 8 inches apart behind the high school. Know this. My people won't rest until we save the plants of this dimension from...
I know. That's why I brought my dimensional randomizer.
What's a dimensional randomizer do?
Send you to a random dimension. Duh.
The dimensional randomizer, Bucky? That costs 15 grand every time you power it up.
Who cares? Uncle Sam buys memory correction glasses like they're chewing gum.
Gimme those. It just so happens that I needed a new pair of memory correction glasses, Bucky. My old pair has been shooting blanks for weeks.
Agents, report to Dimension 2500 to train for a water world scenario.
These movie-inspired training scenarios are getting old.
And, like any normal Tuesday, we went off into the multiverse. We call this Dimension 2500, Waterworld World.
You'll be getting off my ship.
We found ourselves on a ramshackle boat out in the middle of the ocean, fighting off a band of sea pirates.
I'll run you through. Watch out! Ow! Not the booty.
So, how did the honeymoon go?
Oh, the honeymoon was fine. Except... Ramona's hiding something from me. I think maybe she's already bored.
What happened, pal?
Well, it started on our cruise.
We were in the dining room on the cruise ship. Ramona was sitting there across from me, a free spirit wrapped in a mesh sweater. I know, doesn't sound like my type, but they say opposites attract.
Sir, your card was declined.
That makes no sense. Ramona, dear, did you buy something on the visa?
Me? Of course not. Maybe you lost track with the wedding?
Yeah, you're right. I'm probably being paranoid again.
Sir, the check?
Yes, it was embarrassing. Unusual. But frankly not surprising considering how much we spent on that wedding. Ramona was embarrassed, of course. But imagine my surprise when I woke up to her sneaking back into our room on the cruise ship at 2 a.m., smelling like cheap gin.
Honey, it's 3 a.m. Where the hell were you?
Calm down, Taxman. I was, watching the ocean from the Lido deck.
For 4 hours, you left me laying here, staring at the ceiling.
Want something else to stare at?
Oh, wow. Yeah, get over here, Mrs. Colvin.
Yes, sir, Mr. Paranoid.
Yeah, I'm paranoid, that's me.
Then, after we got home from the cruise, I ran out to grab some extra paint for the living room as we worked on our little love nest. Sunshine yellow. It's my favorite color. When I got home, Ramona was on the phone with somebody. Honey, I'm home.
Shoot, gotta run, hun. See you tomorrow. Okay, love you.
Ramona, dear? Who was that?
Wrong number.
But you said I love you.
Well, I love everybody, you know?
Welcome back to headquarters, team.
You ever wonder why they don't get good air circulation down here?
It is pretty warm in here, I do say. Hey, do you miss the sun? I miss the sun.
Oh, the sun is wonderful. It's warm.
I feel like a gopher down here, scurrying around these halls.
You know what I could go for?
Did you say I look like a gopher? Them's fighting words. I'd say let's go outside and settle this like men, but it's a long way outside.
Good work out there. It's just, I don't know if I can trust Ramona.
Your new bride? Now, you assured us this marriage wouldn't be a security risk, Colvin.
That's Cynthia Postal. Yes, even in a secret government agency, everybody has a boss.
I vetted her, ma'am.
It's a personal matter. Infidelity.
Jim. Now, we live in a world built on trust. And if you can't trust her, how can we trust you?
You want to build trust? Find a project to work on together. Me and Candy had the girls. We're so busy dealing with their bullshit, we don't have time to fight.
Oh, you know you love her, Bucky.
Yeah, but don't tell her. I'll never hear the end of it.
A project.
What about a dog? Civilians find them cute. I don't see it myself.
A dog? Yeah, I always wanted a...
People, we have an incursion.
A portal, huh? Jim, go check it out.
Yes, ma'am. Say, after I take care of this, would you mind if I go pick up the new dog like you suggested? It's
worth a shot.
Just get both these situations under control, Colvin.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll be sure to report back as soon as there's a resolution to the problem. Now, what we had over the park was a typical Class 5 spatial anomaly. Basic stuff, but it's usually where the paperwork gets heavy. Standard procedure is you secure the perimeter, you flash the memory wiping glasses, and you hope nobody snapped a Polaroid while you were doing everything. Trivia: consumer film is fine. Weirdy actually has a special agent at every photo shop in the country that catches those sorts of things for us. But that day, as I walked through the gate in Dixon Park, everything felt different. Everything felt, well, weird. I didn't know why. Didn't realize that it was the day one of the weird things I dealt with at work would follow me home.
Hey, have you seen my son? There's a monster down there. A monster!
Look here, into my sunglasses. Your son ran into some friends.
Ah, I just remembered. Yeah, he ran into some friends. Sorry about that.
When he stepped to the side, I saw exactly what had set the sensors off. A damn portal? Shit. I pulled my portal dampener out of my breast pocket. A little device that looks like a little pen flashlight and, as the name states, dampens portals. Before I could use it, my neighbor, Ricky Special, ran up. The little guy was dressed like a politician going to a rally, which wasn't unusual for him.
Hey, Mr. Colvin. How was the honeymoon?
Sorry, neighbor. I can't chat now. See up in the sky there? It's a work thing. Ricky stood there for a moment. His eyes drifted away from me and towards the portal. Standing there, exponentially larger than we were, was a green creature with fur. It was a dark troll wizard whose name, although I didn't know it yet, was Nosloo the Great.
What's the ugly thing in the sky?
Hey, you ain't so pretty yourself.
Stand back.
Oh gosh, sorry.
Nosloo was still dealing with problems back in his own dimension, though.
It doesn't matter where you run, brother. I am the lightning, and I will strike you down.
Hey, that stings.
Back in Dixon Park, I could see what transpired on the other side of the portal. Another wizard hit Nosloo with a blast of energy that sent him flying back through the portal, out of whatever magical realm he existed in, and into Dixon Park. A strange, circular device tumbled out after him, dropped by a troll woman wizard who reached out to grab him as he fell.
Oh wow, is that an alien? He's so ugly.
Hey, you never look in a mirror? That stubby little snout is...
Ooh, what's this?
Don't touch that.
Brenda, no, Haboticus.
Sir? Sir, as an authorized agent of the Weirdy Task Force...
The Weirdy Task Force?
We usually just say weird. The E is silent.
Well, that's a weird way to spell it.
Exactly. Now, creature, your incursion into Dimension 94 breaks the interdimensional peace treaty of Grafton 6. Please state your name and home dimension.
I'm Nosloo the Great, hero, troll, and embarrassed brother of the dark wizard Herboticus.
But, what's your UDI?
What? Who cares? He has my Brenda. I need to get back.
Well, we want to get you back. But first, we need to know where you're from. We need that UDI. You use this to generate the portal, right? They usually have the UDI printed on them somewhere, maybe on the bottom here. Ah, yeah, it's probably under here.
Not the pixie dust.
Shit. You used magic?
Well, yeah, I'm a dark troll wizard.
Well, bad news, buddy. Magical realms can open up portals to science-based realms, but we can't open one back.
Please, help me find a way back to the Land of Fee-Nee, my people. Brenda. He has Brenda.
Ah, buddy, it's okay. Who knows? One day, maybe a portal opens up and your Land of Fee-Nee is on the other side. Until then, you're stuck.
And to top it all off, I left the cauldron on. It only had 2 payments left.
We gotta help him, Mr. Colvin.
No, I gotta help him.
Thank you for walking my dog with me, Ricky. Why don't you head home?
Yeah, I don't have anything else going on. I gotta head home anyway, Mr. Colvin. Cute dog. Bye, puppy.
I let everybody down. My dad was right. I should have become a bard.
Hey there, friend. It's not so bad. We have very nice holding cells ready for you. They also have snacks.
And you'll stay there with me? Until you can send me home?
No. That's a bit below my pay grade.
Ah, big shot, big cheese, a high muckety muck. My equal.
I wouldn't say that.
And if we're equals, I should stay at your place, yeah? You gotta have pretty sweet digs with your pay grade.
It's a starter home. My wife is fixing it up, though.
Wife? What is wife?
My partner? The woman I love?
You have a Brenda. I have a Brenda. See? Equals.
Yeah, equals. But I can't take some creature home from the office.
Creature. You all keep calling me that. I'm a guy. Not some dog you can take for a walk in the park.
You know what? Maybe we can help each other. Come on.
If you're taking me to one of your palatial holding cells, I'll pass.
You're coming to my house. 1 sec. Everybody! Wasn't that an awesome asteroid we stood and watched for, 10 minutes?
So majestic.
You're dang right it was.
Has anybody seen my dad?
There. Now nobody will remember us.
You said you don't have magic here, but you keep casting spells with those eye covers. What gives?
Oh, you mean my sunglasses? These aren't magic. They're science. Let's go home, Nosloo.
Hey, that's Nosloo the Great, dark troll wizard. Concussed, embarrassed brother of the dark wizard Herboticus.
In this dimension, we have a first and a last name, but, you do you.
Okay, Nosloo. Let's go. As we drove through the backwoods of Ohio, conversation was difficult, but educational for Nosloo.
Jim, what's that giant metal thing in the sky?
That's an airplane. They pick up people and fly them around the world.
Are they friendly?
The people on planes can be difficult, but the machines themselves have no personality at all.
Nice. Jim, what's that red thing on the side of the road with water coming out of it?
That's a fire hydrant. They provide water when there's a fire. Sometimes dogs pee on them. They're useful.
Is it offensive to drink it?
It can be. I guess it depends on where you live. Maybe in a more liberal area, sure, but here in Ohio, we tend to not consume each other's bodily fluids.
Doesn't make any sense to me. You guys are weird.
I know. After driving to Wheeling, West Virginia and back, just to be sure we weren't being followed, I brought Nosloo back to our suburban starter home. It was late, almost 2 a.m. So I was careful as I opened the kitchen door. I caught a whiff of the sunshine yellow paint that Ramona had painted the kitchen cabinets with. They were on the counter drying. On the table, some presents. Ramona had told me that she was going to wrap for me. She was, in the context of this story, she is always good at things like that.
Hey, Ramona's asleep. Keep it down.
You said down, right?
I took my Weirdy issue memory correction sunglasses out of my pocket and put them on the counter. Nosloo couldn't look away.
Your eye covers. Let me try.
No! These are government property.
Nosloo walked around the kitchen, pawing things on the counter.
What a fantastic dump.
Well, we like it. Go ahead and make yourself at home, Nosloo. Keep it down.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the stuff.
Nosloo, put that down. That's Nickelodeon Floam we bought for Abby's special next door. Put it down.
Tastes fine to me. Salty and airy. Goes great with this.
Hey. That was a wedding gift from Melody Traynor. Put that down, please.
Tell Melody she's a damn gourmet.
Look, Nosloo.
There's a reason I brought you here. My wife has been acting funny, like she's hiding something. But I have a plan, you see.
You work for some big secret spooky agency, right?
I do.
And does your Brenda...
Ramona.
Does your Ramona know what you do?
No. She thinks I work for the IRS.
Then who's hiding something, Jim? In my realm, we call that projection.
Funny. We call it that in my realm, too. But that's why I brought you here. To get it all out in the open. Maybe if I'm finally honest with her about work, I'll stop, to use your word, projecting.
And you'll still find a way to get me back to the Land of Fee-Nee, right?
Oh. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Let's get you set up in the den.
Den of what? Lyrons? Rapple bears? Squirrel tippy? I speak most of those languages. My rapple bear is really just conversational, but still.
As I snuck into bed, Ramona was already there, sleeping. I didn't want to wake her, but she's a light sleeper.
Jim? What time is it?
It's late, honey. Go back to bed.
Did you get me those fasteners?
No, but I do have a surprise for you in the morning, so go to sleep.
I love surprises.
Let's hope. Meanwhile, back at Weirdy headquarters, my lack of a check-in after the mission was raising red flags with the team. Because they're smart, because they're my team.
Have either of you heard from Jim?
Nope.
Not a peep.
12 hours. He's usually so reliable. According to these readings, the Dixon Park incursion was contained.
Nope. You've got some vestigial magic trailing off there.
Is that what red means? Since when? I thought magic was coded purple.
It was, before Uncle Sam's big software update last week.
Typical.
Well, it fades out here at this subdivision.
It's probably nothing. Some wood nymph crawling off to die.
Come on. We've got another plant person down by the convenience market.
Can I zap him?
Only if Jim doesn't find out. We'll be back, Major Postal.
Keep in touch. Woodland Acres. Woodland Acres. No, who do I know? Jim.
I woke up the next morning at the usual time, ready to greet the day with my blushing bride. Ramona. She must be making breakfast. I hope. I'd love some eggs, actually. I bet Nosloo would love Nosloo. Shit! I rushed downstairs to the den to check on our house guest. But before I could get there, I heard Ramona's scream. Shit! Look, I can explain every...
What are you?
I could ask the same of you, lady.
Hey, I've been building stuff all day. You're gonna love this.
You're watching Carrot Top.
That thing is watching it.
You killed him! Carrot Top's gnarly inventions could have helped me hang 10 towards home, and you've killed him!
Nosloo, Carrot Top's at the TV studio.
So he's alive. Thank Jackaback.
What the hell is it, Jim?
It's a work thing.
What does some alien have to do with your job at the IRS?
Nosloo, go wait in the kitchen. And stop talking like Carrot Top.
Hey, look at me. I'm gonna eat something.
Ramona, I love you. But I haven't been completely honest with you.
Yeah, the alien tipped me off.
Actually, he's a dark troll wizard.
Of course, I should have guessed.
My job... I work for the Weirdy task force.
The Weirdy task force?
The E can be silent. And just like the E, I'm supposed to be silent. But I can't lie to you anymore, Ramona. We're a government agency that protects Americans from foreign dimensions.
So I married a liar. Great.
Well, what about you? Making secret charges on the credit card. And other things. You're cheating on me, aren't you?
I told Jennifer you'd be upset.
You're cheating on me with Jennifer Special? Ramona, she has a family. Michael is going to be so upset.
It's not like that. Have you ever heard of Vitamate?
Ramona spun a yarn about meeting at the coffee shop with our neighbor Jennifer Special. A local pothead and artist. One of those types. But harmless enough.
We're thrilled you joined the Vitamate family. You're going to make so much money.
Let's hope.
Now, as far as payment, your first power pack runs $700 shipped.
Shit. I'll need to check with Jim.
Once Jim sees your profits rolling in, he won't care. come on. You only live once.
You only live once. I love that. Okay, I'll put it on our visa.
Okay, you got suckered. Likely story. But what about the cruise? You stayed out all night on the cruise. Isn't that a little suspicious?
I was selling Vitamate to drunks at the bar to cure their hangovers.
Does Vitamate even cure hangovers?
Sort of. Not really.
But, what about when you told that person on the phone that you loved them? That is some striking evidence.
It's like I said, I love everybody. I was making a coffee date with Kelly to sell off the last of my stock.
Oh, Kelly. She's nice. I like her. But why hide it?
You think everything I like is a scam. I hate when you judge me.
I see. Kind of like how I didn't want you to judge me about my job.
Those are two different things.
Shoot. No, Nosloo, don't get that. Come on, Ramona. We rushed into the living room to hide Nosloo in the kitchen. But to our surprise, our sunshine yellow living room was covered in junk. There was aluminum foil strung across the walls. Our brand new CD player had been disassembled, the pieces mounted to our new couch. Metal clothes hangers stapled to tables. It was a wreck and it didn't even make any sense scientifically. What the hell happened in here?
Hey, I've been building stuff all day. You're gonna love this.
Colvin, I need answers. Open this door.
Shit.
Colvin?
Hold your horses. I'm working on an invention.
It's Major Postal.
Major who?
Aunt Cynthia.
Your godmother? From the wedding?
Actually, she's my boss. Nosloo, quick.
What?
Hide in the kitchen with Ramona.
So this is your Ramona, huh? I figured you hide an exotic dancer from Caliper. I saw this one dancer from Caliper. She was so flexible she folded into herself, actually disappeared from existence. It was a turn on.
Is that even possible?
Yeah, in a magical realm it is possible, actually.
Listen here, you furball. I am not having a good day, and you are not helping. Get in the kitchen.
Wow, Ramona. Those Sweatin' to the Oldies tapes are really working for you.
Oh my god, just get rid of her.
Colvin, why haven't you... What the hell is with all the tin foil?
Oh, Ramona is decorating, ma'am. It's breathtaking, isn't it?
You want breathtaking? Look at these charts.
Well, that's our neighborhood and a magical energy field. Weird.
Colvin, I swear. Oh.
While I dealt with Cynthia in the living room, Nosloo the Great was having a heart-to-heart with my wife in the kitchen.
So, Aunt Cynthia works for Weirdy too? Another lie.
Look, Jim isn't... Sorry. That stuff repeats on you. Jim's a good dude. A high muckety muck, just like me.
I thought he was this nerd, you know? When we first started dating, he'd get all nervous and jittery around me like a baby chipmunk. It was so cute.
If fighting the Dark Lord Hibodicus over the centuries has taught me anything, it's that people can surprise you. Hibodicus and I, we grew up side by side, bros. one weekend conference in the land of Caliper, and he wasn't my bro no mo.
Oh, you poor thing.
Thing about Caliper is the dancers there, they will turn you inside out. That's just it's a thing they like to do. It's exploratory.
We have a place like that called Las Vegas.
They strip, but they strip away layers of misconception. It's not as sexual as it might seem, but it's actually a deeper turn on. The brain is the largest erogenous zone, followed only by the soul.
Back in the living room, I was keeping Postal busy. She was showing me a printout of energy signatures in Dixon Park during my mission. Hard facts that I was doing my best to lie around. Lying is the job, after all. But even my best was proving ineffective with Cynthia.
You see? Vestigial magic, leading all the way to your neighborhood.
I don't know what to tell you, ma'am. Maybe it was some magic chipmunk thing.
Huh. Some magic chipmunk thing, huh? I thought you wrote the book on applied interdimensional species identification, Colvin.
I did.
Then act like it.
Sorry, Major Postal.
Huh.
Ma'am. A shameful moment. Didn't know it at the time, but Ramona and Nosloo were listening in. Sorry, Major Postal. Ma'am.
Maybe he isn't a high muckety muck like me. He sounds like, what did you call it?
A nerd?
Yeah, he sounds like a total nerd.
That's my Jim.
She said stuff from my realm has vestigial magic. Time to conjure up a miracle. Here, give me some room. Spirits of air, masters of light, aid Nosloo the Great in his perilous... It's never done that, I swear.
Nosloo's misfire didn't go unnoticed in the living room.
Was that a fart?
Ma'am, you can't go in there. You see, our dog, the one you suggested we get, he got into some phloem. Ramona's been in there all night, cleaning up after his issues.
Enough bullshit, Jim.
Ma'am, I really have to insist you can't go in there.
Commander Colvin, stand down.
Fine. You were bound to find out. Before she could push her way past me and break through the door, it smacked her in the face. Nosloo, and I consider this a brilliant strategic move. Nosloo tapped the activation button on the memory correction glasses and used them.
Ain't I the cutest little dog you ever seen?
Come see mama, little puppy.
Is she gonna grab my...
Since Cynthia was already in a highly suggestible state, I decided to shore up my story. Oh, Cynthia, look at this. How did you mistake this electromagnetic interference with vestigial magic? If you'll pardon my saying so, I thought you were better than that, ma'am.
I must have read it wrong. Oh, didn't I, Mr. Pumpernickel?
His name is Nosloo.
They keep switching the colors, don't they? Oh, come see mama, little puppy. And he's just the cutest, aren't you, Nosloo?
You're the first human who has ever called me cute. Thank you.
With her concerns gone, Cynthia packed up and left for Weirdy headquarters. Ramona, you can come out.
Everything okay out here, dear?
She's gone. I figured it out with the help of our new friend.
That's my Jim.
I sure am. Get over here, Mrs. Colvin.
Yes, sir, Mr. Paranoid.
Yeah, I'm paranoid. That's me.
With my work problems removed from our house, at least for one day. We met down in the den to watch The Joy of Painting, my favorite show. Love that Bob Ross. He was military, you know.
And then you just put down some happy little trees right down here. Isn't that nice? Right at home, next to the river, like the river that flows through my soul. Happy little trees.
We have happy little trees in Fee-Nee as well, and I took one to prom.
So, you're a vegetarian?
You'll both be glad to know that Cynthia's gone. And tuckered out. You play a good round of fetch, Nosloo.
What can I say? The stick reminded me of an old flame.
Jim, these can't be your secrets anymore. They're our secrets. You have to trust me.
I wish I could. This is my secret. For better or worse, today taught me it's better if it stays that way.
Jim, don't. I'm fine with everything. We can just...
Ramona, can you clean up the mess our new dog Nosloo made in the living room?
Not until you kiss me, Mr. Colvin.
Jim, buddy, pal, how could you?
Okay.
What are you barking about, Nosloo?
He's just excited to be home. Aren't you, Nosloo?
Excited? That's one way to put it.
Looking back on it, this is the moment when I lost her. And all because I didn't trust her to... But that's a story for another day. As disgusted as Nosloo was at what I did to Ramona, he'd be downright terrified at what was happening back at Weirdy.
All right, Bucky. What do you want for lunch? Sock it to me.
Oh, I don't know, Susie. I was thinking about soup.
Soup? Be a man. How about corned beef and hash?
Oh, that is a good idea. I do like corned beef and hash. Do you think we could get sunny side up egg on top?
Sure thing. I'll ask him.
Maybe we get fresh and get some cilantro on top.
Cilantro?
Well, you never had your mouth washed out with soap as a kid?
Are you coming on to me, Bucky? Hey, Postal. Did you ever find Jim?
He has a new puppy. It's so cute. Huh.
I thought you hated dogs. I'm tuning it in. It's from a land with magic. The signal's weak.
Lou the Great, turn! Precious world to dust! His Brenda is... I tamed Ometahedron! Return! Lou the Great! Send creatures! Attack! Dimension 94! Now how do you turn this thing?
What is that thing?
Well, I see it. Whatever it is, it's coming for us.
Howdy. Bubba here. What can I do you for?
Mr. President, we're going to need help in Everly Heights.
Now, the curtain hasn't quite fallen yet. We'll pause to fill you in on another fantastic Everly Heights tale, and then I'll be back to step out from the wings and talk about the story you just heard. See you in a minute. What if you lost your best friend? Not to another town, but to another reality.
In Infinite Tina, Worlds Apart, Tina Infantino's quiet 90s life in Everly Heights is shattered when she's recruited by a secret organization called Weirdy and tasked with policing the multiverse.
Welcome to Weirdy.
Now Tina has to jump between strange and terrifying worlds, all while searching for her lost best friend, Ken Sacco.
No!
You can't save him!
He's still in there!
From the world of Everly Heights, this is a story of friendship, loss, and helping somebody you care about find their way home. And for fans of Everly Heights tales, the audiobook is performed by the incredible Mandy McCullough, who you might recognize as 2/3 of the Sparkles from our episodes Welcome Freshmen and The Quackening.
I am electric. I am the sun and the stars and the wind and the air. I am a melody strummed on the strings of the universe. I am infinite.
Alternate realities, unseen threats, one girl to set it right. Get Infinite Tina Worlds Apart on Hoopla with your library card, from the Kindle or Audible stores, or at the shop on everlyheights.tv. Hi, I'm Bill Meeks, the creator of Everly Heights, and welcome to the aftershow. Now, for this week's aftershow, I'm going to be talking to Nosloo himself, Dan
Pavatich,
who I met doing improv with here in Los Angeles. It's a fun, free-flowing conversation, but it's also kind of long, so why don't we just go ahead and get into it? All right, so Dan, I want to thank you so much for coming and joining us today to talk about, it was Nosloo the Great, now the weirdy world of Jim Colvin. I had a lot of fun recording with you, editing with you. I think you really elevated this character I've been living with for a few years, but I want to find out about your character. I mean, we've had conversations.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about you and your whole deal and kind of how you got into improv, because that's where we met at World's Greatest Improv School here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, thanks for having me. Like, we did literally 3 classes, and I think you were like, hey, do you want to get a bite or a coffee or something? And it turned into an offer to do something really cool. So I'm really grateful for that.
I like to say I'm pretty good at spotting friends and collaborators, and I consider you both. So there's no weird sort of stalkery thing in me instantly asking you to go out for a bite to eat. It was purely creative and friendship.
Yeah, thank you for managing the optics on our relationship at its inception too, because that's
it's right. I have
good.
A press release ready to go right after this episode drops too, just to clear the air.
So do I. So we're all going to be fine.
Yeah. No way they could conflict.
But let's not look at each other's. That's more fun.
Yeah, exactly. Just throw it out in the world and see how they deal with the inconsistencies.
Yeah, I'm an artist when it comes to press releases. I own the work, not the reaction to it. That's how I feel. My improv journey kind of started late in life, I guess. But like when I was a kid, I really loved comedy and did nothing about it, and watched Whose Line, which I feel like is the dirty truth no improviser wants to admit, especially if they do long form.
I will admit it. That was my introduction to the art form, for sure. But first, the British one, actually, because they used to show the British one on Comedy Central all the time, and then the American one.
Yeah, Australia had the British one first, and I would say like I was much more connected to British comedy and comedians. Even now, I think I'm more connected to that than America. But I think I had a really terrible. I had a really good job actually when I was like 26, 27, and I was running a really big project that was I was brought in to kind of fix it. It was really stressful, and like I was really having a breakdown, if I'm honest. And I was like, I need to do something for myself. And I love stand-up comedy, but I didn't feel I'd done no theater or anything in my life. So I was like, improv is a way to like do comedy in a safe way, and I won't be on my own. And it really became something where I was like, this is exactly what I needed. It was a different kind of collaboration than you see at work. I felt creatively fulfilled. It also forced me to interact with people who weren't part of my regular day. Like, I think I was kind of a weird dude, and the diversity of people that do improv did me a lot of good. And I met some really cool, kind people who
are currently invading your house.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I met some really kind, beautiful people who I think made me a better person and were very welcoming and put up with my weirdness. And I've lost some of that, but not all of it.
Like for me, I was a Who's Line fan. The type of person who liked improv kind of skeeved me out a little bit. Maybe it was just the community I was in or whatever. So I constantly avoided it. Then when I started working on my last audio drama project, The Fakest, I was like, well, I want to be able to like, bring people on and record live and, have some play with it. So I'll go take an improv class at a SAC Comedy Lab in Orlando. And I don't know, I took to it like water and had a lot of fun, a lot of really great people, was really working my way up in the local scene. And then the pandemic happened. But
I moved to America 6 weeks before COVID quarantine.
Oh, wow.
And I really came to do comedy and then spent at least a few years not being able to do it. Or I did one online improv thing and someone typed LOL in the chat. And I was like, I can't do this. No.
I mean, obviously, the show we're talking on right now uses online improv quite a bit. But that's a matter of make it being hard to get people in the same room. I would much rather be doing all of it in person if I could. For sure. There's just something about there's like those little micro communications you have with the people you're on stage with that don't really translate over webcam,
Yeah, I think that's true. And I think, there's just an energy that gets transferred. I think you're right. And just like seeing like the text LOL about like an improvised comedy thing you're doing is just so depressing. So I kind of leant back for a while until things sort of kicked back up.
Anytime I read LOL, I hear it in like the most flat monotone voice possible. Like LOL, like that.
Yeah. LOL. Lol. It's a real robot vibe to it. I agree. It's tough. But then, I mean, before that, I ran a comedy school that I won't name because they have a terrible name. But if you ever Googled me, you will immediately find it. And that was fun, but I was kind of like...
Comedy School for Suckers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb City, it was called. There were great people there, but it was weird. And I sort of discovered like I want to be doing it, not sort of running a business that takes money from people trying to do it. So I know my place.
Improv, I mean, I'm sure this is very prevalent in other arts too, but like there's this weird sort of like mushy middle of like artistic drive and commerce and like a third thing, like audience, I guess. Yeah, it's just like, it's a constant balancing act trying to find like, how can I do this thing that I really enjoy doing for people who enjoy it and have enough money to sustain myself so I can keep doing it. It's the impossible equation.
Yeah. And it's only gotten harder, right? But I mean, I'm lucky I work in tech with video games companies. So I have the best version of a corporate job you can probably have. And I'm lucky I found people like yourself and a couple other groups in Los Angeles who I really love working with. And I'm kind of at a point now where I'm like, I don't know that I need more creatively. Like, I have a couple of improv groups world's greatest improv school where we met. I'm on a house team there called Platonica. Dodo is a indie team I'm on. We do a couple of shows a week that are truly crazy, or a couple of shows a month, I should say. And they're all insane people.
In the best way, insane in a good way. Just to clarify for people.
Oh yeah. Then yeah, I mean they have mental things going on, these people, but they are mostly they express themselves in a fun way.
They are deranged, and you should avoid them. I love them. I hang out with them every week.
Yeah, I mean socially, no one else should hang out with them, but I do love it. Yeah, and then I have the Hustle Gods podcast, which is like a rise and grind entrepreneur parody thing I'm doing.
We've lost the tug of war already.
Hey, there's no competition, all right? We're hug friends.
We do, when we see each other in public, we do hug.
Do we not?
For a long time, I think. I think people usually get concerned that it's taking too long of a hug. It's like 13 to 14 seconds average.
I won't be the first to let go in a hug.
Me either.
Yeah, so it's tough.
An episode came out yesterday where we talk about Michelangelo in detail.
Oh, really? Because for audio listeners, I'm currently wearing, I believe, the Michelangelo Ninja Turtles onesie, just to celebrate Nosloo a little bit.
No, appreciate that. Yeah, so I get into a big argument about Michelangelo versus Raphael in that. So synchronicity, I guess.
Yeah, there's another episode of Everly Heights Tales coming up later this season called The Last Chance Detective Agency, where the main character, Danny Chance, probably could talk for 15 minutes on that distinction. He's a big fan of all manner of 90s media. Biker Mice from Mars is his favorite show, which is like this really crappy show that was made to promote a toy line, basically. Really weird concept, but so 90s.
Wait, there was another like biker animal show, right? Were they sharks or something?
Oh yeah, Street Sharks.
Man, what a time where you could just like any sort of urban niche you could attach an animal to and run with it.
Yeah, there was a lot of that, and then there was a lot of like taking R-rated action films and turning them into children's cartoons, like RoboCop, Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
They were just like, no, it doesn't, just because, if someone gets their arms ripped off in the movie doesn't mean we can't make a Saturday morning cartoon about it.
That is weird. I feel like Ghostbusters cartoon kind of went that direction too. I mean, it wasn't R-rated, although I'd love an R-rated Ghostbusters film. Please make that, someone.
The R for real Ghostbusters, the cartoon, I actually always preferred that over the movies. Like, I didn't see the movies until...
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see the movies until after I was a fan of the cartoon show. So maybe that had something to do with it. But I really love, the cartoon felt, it was very serialized. It felt almost like a... Adventure of the Week Doctor Who kind of thing. So I really glommed onto that aspect of it. And it probably makes sense that I'm doing an anthology show now, which has kind of that dynamic to it. Characters that cross over between episodes, but, have some glue that they always show up at the fire station at the beginning of the episode with Slimer, does a bit, and then they're off to the races. Kind of thing.
I do love the, Slimer is in 10 seconds of the first film, and then in the cartoon he's a main character.
Yeah, that always shocked me.
Yeah,
he was a main character on the cartoon, and he actually got his own spin-off cartoon. They had and he was in the movie for that one scene right at the beginning.
Yeah, and so you must have thought this guy's coming back.
Yeah. I was the whole movie, Slimer's going to be, the thing that drops in at the end of Act 3 and, saves the day for everyone. Nope. He was just a one-off kind of, fun ghost thing.
That is such a beautiful way to experience the Ghostbusters film. Especially because there's the whole thing of ghosts are going to break out of the machine, right? Mm-hmm, so the obvious thing would be Slimer comes out from your perspective. That is so funny. You must have watched through the end credits looking for a post-credits bit with, teasing Slimer's return. Anyway, I've focused too much on Ghostbusters.
You can never focus too much on Ghostbusters, I say, except for the reboot I haven't seen, but I've heard it's okay. And that's about it.
I haven't seen the latest one. I did like the reboot with Melissa McCarthy and a bunch of the SNL peeps.
Yeah, I was referencing the Finn and Paul Rudd versions, but I never actually saw the reboot either. Like, I'm sure it's really good, but the discourse around it when it came out kind of made me feel like, maybe I'll just like back off and then I'll catch it sometime later on, because I don't want this discourse around it to affect my enjoyment of it if it is good, so.
Yeah, I think that is a good instinct. I think a lot of people felt that way. I really think it's funny. I mean, it's hard to, there's so much nostalgia around the original films, or in your case, the cartoon serialization of really just the broad concept of Ghostbusters. But, it's really fun. I think it stands on its own. This new one, I don't think I'll see it.
Be prepared to see that in headlines, next week when this after show drops. So people are going to be very upset about your stance on the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah, the new. Look, I have a press release prepared that addresses anyone's questions and concerns.
Funny enough, I actually also have a press release prepared about your reaction to Ghostbusters. So we'll see who wins the press cycle.
Yeah, well, we've got 24 hours to play it out. And, I love that you've prepared it without having seen mine. That's awesome.
I mean, it's, if we have some crossover, that always happens. You have, a Deep Impact and an Armageddon being developed at the same time. It happens, but we'll move past it. Okay, so Nosloo the Great, or I keep saying it Nosloo the Great because that was the title for like 5 years. The Weirdy World of Jim Colvin, this episode of Everly Heights Tales, is very much based around the whole concept of a we've got a secret kind of sitcom. I think of examples like, Alf, it's very obviously ripped off of, Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie. Did you ever watch any shows like that you enjoyed where it was like, a family or roommates or whatever have a secret that they have to keep from the rest of the world?
Yeah, I mean, I loved Alf. I think Alf was so cool. I will say, like, the other thing I think of as you bring them up is later seasons of the Flintstones, Fred had like an alien he would talk to.
Oh, the Great Gazoo. I love the Great Gazoo. He's I don't know if you can see him here. I have Mixus Pitalik on my monitor. And I love that trickster god sort of archetype.
Yeah. I always think of that, probably because of the Great thing. I wondered if they were connected. But I loved Alf. Like, I thought he was so funny. I mean, there's a bit of a weird thing with Alf now, right? Like this, I think the dad in Alf really hated being on the show.
Oh, well, he not only that, but he had like a steep downfall, that involved like prostitutes and crack cocaine and all this other stuff. It's a harrowing journey if you ever want to dig into it. I don't recommend it necessarily, but yeah, well, actually, I will say that sort of dark end for the actor did inspire a little bit of this episode, namely because at the end, Jim has a very dark turn, right? And it was kind of inspired by Willie, the dad from Alf, having a very dark turn after the show ended.
Oh.
There's a lot of Alf glue in Nosloo the Great.
Yeah, I mean, it really feels like it. I mean, for the voice, I think we tried to channel what isn't an Australian version of the Alf voice. And it's hard to know what the calculus of that exactly is, but yeah, no, I love Alf. I went back and watched more as like when you gave me the script initially. I was like, I need to go look at this again.
It's schmaltzy. It's very vaudeville, but I love Alf. I always wanted to see him have a happy ending, and he never got it. So I will say because of that, eventually Nosloo will get a happy ending some way, somehow.
Thank God. And he appreciates that, I'm sure. It's such a charming thing. I think kids love vaudeville. They won't admit it or know what it is, but kids actually love vaudeville.
Well, it's like, they're very simple jokes, but them being simple makes them very clear when you're supposed to laugh, which people like. I mean, people like thinky jokes too, but people like to experience an easy laugh. You know, one that they feel is like supported socially. Everyone gets that farts are funny. Everyone laughs. That's cathartic. And I didn't have to, put my ego on the line to express that I enjoyed that, sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think Alf and Your World has this thing of like, it's kind of a grounded thing is happening. And then like, it's true comic relief as opposed to like dramedy, which you see a lot of. So I really miss that sort of, there's one character, there's a Slimer type character, which I guess is the other example of like the family with a secret. I think it's so charming. He was eating cats, right? That was the implication all the time. Explicitly said.
Yeah, Alf was very fond of eating cats, much like Nosloo was fond of eating Floam. So Nickelodeon Floam.
Yeah. Yeah, which I think is a good shift on you. That's good writing. I think softened it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, anything I can do to throw a random 90s reference in there, I'm going to do, because that's what this is all about. It's not about like the thematic things I'm saying with the stories, the character moments. It's all about dropping sick 90s refs.
Yeah, that's the only reason you write. And you're forced to do denouement and all these other things just to package up a joke about Flume.
Yeah, it's like I just want to reference Pocket Monsters here, or the Back to the Future animated series. Can I get a reference on that? Something. Yeah. Come on.
It's good to know what motivates an artist. Yeah.
Well, some people say the mystery is part of the art. I don't subscribe to that at all.
No. I hate mystery. It's boring to me.
Okay, so speaking of mystery, at the end of this episode, Jim has kind of a heel turn, right? Where he's revealed to Ramona that Nosloo exists, and Nosloo is their secret. And then after everything's resolved, Jim pulls out his his mind wiper, and makes Ramona think that Nosloo's a dog, much like he made Cynthia think earlier in the episode. Kind of a total asshole heel move. Like, what did you think about that when we came to it in the script? And do you have any... Well, go ahead and answer that first. How did you feel about that when we came to it in the script? Because it's a rather lighthearted script, and then it like takes this really dark turn and almost destroys the hero at the end.
Yeah, it's super dark. It's like, the tech industry meets gaslighting. Gaslighting for a very a futuristic era. It really surprised me, honestly, and I think it also felt like it made sense. I mean, there's so much in there about him trying to make things work. It was kind of upsetting in one way, and it was also like, well, yeah, how do you get through life this way with this freak rolling around with you?
Yeah, and I will say for listeners, keep an ear out. Later on this season, we're going to be doing an adaptation of Infinite Tino Worlds Apart, where we'll get to dig in and find out, the ramifications of this decision from Jim. And Dan will be there too, as Nosloo, which is awesome.
Yeah. I won't say more about that, but I do love it. That was super fun too.
Let me ask you, much like that moment, and kind of that narrative device, the sort of ripoff of Men in Black mind wipey thing. Have you ever had a moment in your life where you wished you had one of those?
Yeah. In high school, I had to give a presentation to the entire school about it was something about like not falling to peer pressure. And as I was walking up to get on stage, I fell flat on my face.
Oh, geez.
Really hard. And everyone laughed. The teachers laughed. Everyone. And I had to then get up and give this lame speech about not falling to peer pressure while really feeling hurt.
Not falling to peer pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, it had the word fall in it. And every time I said fall, they're like snickering. And I would love to wipe that. Even now, 25 years later, I'd love to delete it.
That feels almost like a fundamental moment in the life of an improv comedian. Like that first time you completely embarrassed yourself and in retrospect kind of got a positive reaction from it. And maybe that kind of, leaned you into like, hey, if I get up there and I make a complete ass of myself, people are going to laugh and they're going to smile at me.
I mean, I hope that is psychologically what's happening. I suspect what's happening is I got attention by hurting myself. What if I did it intentionally, regularly? And how can I practice that?
I mean, that sounds just as healthy to me. I mean, I don't see any problems with it.
Yeah, it's all cathartic, right? On some level. But yeah, that is definitely a moment I would prefer to. People still bring it up to me. Like, I'm in my 40s now and people are talking about something I did when I was 15, not any of the other things I've done.
I have situations like that. Like, I have been known to imbibe alcohol to excess and have very, very vibrant moments personality wise and not remember any of them. I'll just say that there's one guy on Facebook. Anytime he happens to notice a post of mine on Facebook, he'll post, "Remember the Alamo." And that's a reference to one of those incidents that is probably a story best left for another day. Maybe I'll write an Everly Heights tale about it sometime.
I think you should. I think we all want to know what happened. The Alamo is a site of a lot of nefarious activities. So
absolutely. And a key plot point in one of my favorite movies, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So,
oh, there you go. Yeah. God, that documentary is good.
It is. I mean,
it?
like, the actual documentary, or your yes, absolutely. I was a huge Pee-wee fan growing up. Like, he was like my idol. So yeah, I watched it the day it came out. So good.
Yeah, man, amazing. And he is exactly who you would want him to be. That's what I loved about it. Yeah.
It's like not exactly his character, but that optimism's there. And he also has a bit of a bite to him, which I enjoy because he knows he got railroaded a little bit over, various things. And you can tell that he's like, yeah, I know that I was not in the wrong in that situation necessarily, or as in the wrong as the circumstances might have portrayed at the time.
100%. Yeah. Well, hopefully creatively you won't have that downfall when the Alamo stuff comes out. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I have a press release prepared for it just in case. And I would hope that you'll excellent. Thank you for having my back on that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Dan. I'll let you get back to your work day, but if people want to follow what you're doing, where can people follow that?
The Hustle Gods Pod on Instagram is the best place to find me. Otherwise, Delicious Danny P on Instagram. Yeah, either of those will get you into what I'm doing and where I'm doing it. And I won't be shy. You will be spammed. Just know that.
Oh, I know. Like, following you definitely impacted my daily free time by at least 30 to 40 seconds. That's all I'm going to say.
And that's a positive, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Good. Edit out that pause for me in post.
I will do. All right. And with that, we're wrapping up another fantastic episode of Everly Heights Tales. I would like to remind you to go over to Apple Podcast or Spotify and leave us a review if you can. It really helps get the word out there about the podcast. Thanks again to Dan and our massive cast for the Weirdy world of Jim Colvin. And I hope you come back next week for a brand new episode. Now, I see you walking away there. You can walk away. That's fine. But Everly Heights is going to find a way to pull you back. Trust me on this. I've been dealing with it for like 7 months. See you next time.
This town has a gravity that pulls you by your jeans. It's a half-remembered feeling of some place you've always been. You can try to drive away, but the roads turn you around, 'cause every exit starts a ticking clock till the magnet pulls you back.
Remind me again how you pronounce your last name.
Pavatich, like have a bitch.
Dan Pavatich, got it.
Yeah, you got it. That is the Italian pronunciation, yeah.
Yeah, and like the thing is, it's like I'm not going to be saying it right now, but now I have it on the recording for when I record the little audio intro for this, so I don't have to be like, "Am I saying it right? Is Dan going to be pissed at me?"
Yeah, and you can cut it. You can cut in that version of it if you need to later.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be like, "Hi, I'm Bill Meeks. Thanks for listening to the episode. Now it's time for the after show with my guest," and then I'll insert your audio saying your name. Now let's go to the interview.
Now introducing. Oh, that's going to be annoying if my fire alarm keeps going off.
That was incredibly perfectly timed, though. Like,
yeah.